Hey everyone, I'd like to make a bigger chessboard, and it doesn't need to be fancy, so I'm just going to make it out of plywood. I do chessboard detection on my other channel. I thought it'd be nice to have a bigger one, and might as well make it ourselves just because it's fun to do. Well, I need some plywood. Should have done this first. Well, this isn't the best, but it's not bad either. Maybe I should make it that big, huh? What do you think? How big is this? Looking at 30 centimeters? 30 centimeters. Okay, that's not bad. 9, 10. I think we can choose just an arbitrary border and we'll just size it down after. So, built this a long time ago. You know what? Yeah, border maybe a little bigger. Something like here. You can actually see what I'm doing here. That should be alright. It doesn't have to be perfect. And let's make the border. Okay, and what do we have left? 25 centimeters. Okay, so say it's 25 centimeters, and we want to do it over 8. So 4/8 or 3/8, 24. 3 centimeters-ish plus 1 centimeter over 8. 6, 9, 12, 18, 24. I think we could even center that actually. I'll give us a little border. Yeah, I kind of like that idea. So to do that, let's first start drawing some. Now I want to get to 24. And we're about 24 and 0.8, which by the way is close to 10 inches. It's about 9 3/4. I'd like to do 24, kind of like there. Be that up. Okay. We'll create a thicker border basically is what we're doing here. That was not right. There we go. Now we can get the inner border, which should be about 24. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's just a hair under 24. That looks pretty good. Oops. We don't need you right now. Don't worry too much about the pencil marks. I'm hoping I can fix that later. All right. Every 3 centimeters. Just so we're not completely off base also. Cool, that looks all right. See if we can get the marks close enough. So basically I'm just going to try to mark out all the squares in pencil first. So there's our first one. Now we got to do the second one. And hopefully we only have to do that 1, 2, 3 more times. We don't have to worry about these markings too much because we're going to try to mark them out cleanly later. Cool. Almost there. One more to go. Be a little deeper here. Oop. Well, that's not good. That was a bit of a mistake. Well, that's all right. We'll have to deal with that. Okay, one more. All right. All right, we have a chessboard. It's a little messy right now, so let's start cleaning it up and then we can get to the actual markings. So how can we make this look a little nicer? First, let's get rid of all the extra negative markings. I think I have an enamel marker. This should work. Hopefully it doesn't bleed too much, but okay. So I have the chessboard and I'd like to mark it so, you know, let's say this is going to be 8 through 8. We'll make this black. See how this looks before we go any further. Doesn't bleed too much. I kind of like that. Yeah. What do you think? It's a bit amateur, I won't deny. I think it should work. All right, let's clean up the extra mark. So what this will do is keep only the marks inside, I hope anyway. Cool. Oh, look at that. I think what I'll do is I'm gonna mark all the black dots and we'll paint them in. What about the outline? Do we want to do that for the outline or should we use something else? Do I even have anything else? Yeah. Could use a different color marker. It's not a bad idea. Something like this guy. Let's also think about what we're gonna have here. We'll have our letters. 6, 7. All right, don't worry, I won't make you guys watch all of this. We'll do a time lapse. Oh no, a little mark. Oh, good thing we're trying to do this DIY. Oh, we're still going. Poor Sharpies. Slowly falling apart. That's why I'm trying to do the edges. And yes, I should have used a paintbrush or something, but I just didn't have one. I will admit this is not the most efficient way to do this, but it's what I have on hand right now, so what we're doing. A little bit of overflow there. Ooh, a little feisty there. So close, getting all the borders. All right, that's all of them. But I do have to fill them in now, so... Oh, wait, we're missing one. Here we go. And the final one. Sweet. All right, that was the final one. Now I gotta fill them all in. All right, let's get to it. Let's start in the center. Ooh. Trying out a different technique, see how it goes. All right, this feels a little better now. Yeah, it's actually coming out a little better. We're over halfway done. It feels good. This is definitely taking a while, but it is actually kind of relaxing in a way. Cool. Gotta get that technique down on the wrist. Interested to see if this marker is gonna last. Here, I still feel like there's a good bit in there, but the tip's definitely wearing down. I have a lot more of them, so it's totally fine. Also, what is this pose that I'm in? 5 to go. There's that scratch from earlier. It's not as noticeable anymore with all the marking. Oh, so close. The last one. And... oh man, what do you think? Looks kind of like a chessboard now, doesn't it? Yeah, it's pretty rough, I won't deny. But now we can start cleaning up a little bit. Basically, I'm just looking for any spots that are missing. Try not to make too much of a bleed. But it's okay if it does, since we are pretty DIY right now. Also, if I see any spots more, in this case, Sharpie. This one's a little... part. All right, and that's good enough for now. Let's think about the letters. Pencil's not bad, honestly. Might be fine as is. Or I could mark it out with a Sharpie. I think what I might do is take a smaller Sharpie, as this one, and let's mark out the corners a little bit more clean. Ooh, I hate that. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's bad. Okay, well, change of plans. We're gonna fill in the edge entirely. Alright, I will admit this is a bit messier than I would have liked, but the way the cookie crumbles sometimes will make it work. One of the things you could do if you wanted to do this yourself and not have it bleed as much is to put a protective layer on top of the board before you actually paint. Something like a little bit of poly would totally be a valid approach. I just didn't feel like taking the time to do that, since I would like to have this sooner rather than later. All right, here we go. Not bad. We got our pieces, go right on there. Totally valid. Okay, I think this will work. I hope you enjoyed that. That's the whole video. That's all I got, folks. See you next time. Cheers.